screw the pregame. We're already going live.
Yep, by the time both teams were scrimming up until the 20-minute mark of like the deadline to go live, so no time to pregame.
It's okay. I won't complain, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go with the Steel Series roster rundown. Starting off on the counter-terrorist side for United 5, we got Moses, Storm, Fraud, XP3, and Warden. And for iBUYPOWER, we have Adren, AZK, Anger, Dazed, and Skadizzle. And let's start things off here. I love the new UI right now that we have for GoTV, as well as the updates. If you guys haven't been following that, make sure you guys check it out. Because I'd hate when I was trying to clutch on matchmaking or ESEA when you have to pick up a grenade by accident and it gives away your position. But nonetheless, let's say we got a boost going on here, and we're going to try to focus towards this middle area for iBUYPOWER while Skadoodle is actually watching the flank. So far it's only Fraud that's tagged down to 13, and XP3 pushes towards the locker and takes Skadoodle down already, and he sees the bomb at the same time, but he's going to be under attack as we've rotated back for iBUYPOWER. Headshot coming in to even things up on a 4-on-4 situation, but a slight advantage going on when it comes to the health here for iBUYPOWER, who have yet to recompose and decide to where they want to go. Because so far, nobody has rotated yet for Team United 5. They're still holding right now 2 guys at A and 2 guys at B, leaving actually middle open right now, which is going to be good for iBUYPOWER to decide to go for pickoffs. And
Moses is flanking right now too, so he might catch one of these T's off guard before they actually execute. Looks like they're going towards B though.
So let's see what's going to happen. Daze is actually at the point. Warden's rotating meanwhile here. We got 3 guys getting ready to come in inside B. 1 guy fighting towards middle, and that's going to be AZK. Warden's going to take the best out of him with the P2K. But here comes that flank as well from Moses. He's going to spot 2 of them, and he whiffs so many shots and gets picked off. Oh, that sucks. Now that leaves on a 3 versus 1 situation, and Fraud, who was low on health at the beginning of the round, of course, is still low on health now. So it's going to be a tough spot for him to try to clutch this 3 versus 1. And there you go. Easy pick off by Anger, and pistol round comes in for iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. XP3 got a nice pick off there at the start, and he kept pushing, which I think he probably should have fell back right there. But he did. It wasn't even trade. Then Moses, like you called, I think you probably saw on the stream too, just whiffed completely in the back. So I think that might have been the cause of the round loss right there.
And they're going to actually go for full buys at the same time. If United 5 can get things going on this save, they're probably going to hurt iBUYPOWER's money situation a lot. But they're going to go for a double boost right now for IBP on T side at middle. There's only 1 guy playing towards middle that's actually giving away his position because the rest of them are setting up a crossfire. But they're just storming in right now for IBP, and they're just dropping too easily. They're trying to take down Warden at the same time. We are looking at AZK dropping Warden here, though. And that's going to make it an easy 5-on-2 situation with both of the guys from the counter-terrorist team all split up, 1 in each site. They spot right now Moses at a site, and he was easily picked up by Skadoodle. Last one is going to be Storm, spotted here. Gets a dink onto AZK, but no kills, so a good round coming in for iBUYPOWER. 3 of them very low, but at least they conserve their guns.
Well, I liked what happened there too. Skadoodle had a pistol to start, and Anger got headshot down, I think, to like 25. So Anger dropped Skadoodle his AK instead of possibly losing his armor and stuff. It was really nice, a nice move there to conserve all the money they can. And Skadoodle's going to be up in this 3rd round, and U5 bot.
Yeah, they're going to go for a surprise buy here, all with Famasas and pushing up, and look at that, Warden's getting sprayed through the wall. So they're going to hear that a few tags, so they know 1 guy's playing close. So they're just going to wait and see if United 5 is actually going to fully come into the side. And look at that, Skadoodle opping all the way back from spawn, though, on the top of the boxes to try to look back towards middle in case somebody peeks through. Oh, he misses the shot. It was right there, and somehow it misses. But it's going to stay calm just for a bit on this 5 versus 5. Anger is at the point right now at middle, trying to get an opening shot here inside locker. XP3 seeing those bullet trails, is trying to spam through this wall, tags Anger down to 79, so we're back to an even situation overall in this 3rd round. Finally, Daze spots 1 here on the cross. Crossfire set up over on time. He gets tagged down to 9 HP as Warden gets killed just by the vent. XP3 spotted at the sandbags. He gets the kill to AZK, but a trade comes in, though, with Daze nading towards the back of the sandbags. And that's going to make it now a 3-on-4 situation. They spotted another one at the cross, but after that, looks like Moses is going to set the fall back with Fraud and focus here to play towards White Truck and hopefully do an easy rotate if we're going to push towards B. And that's what it's looking like here. Storm is going to be holding this by himself for now. but the easy rotate or the quick rotate coming in from the CT side, we're going to see a bloodbath very soon. Storm spots the first one, a trade comes in though, spots another one, gets the headshot onto Anger. Now we got a 2-on-2 situation just like that. D's coming in from the side, spans to the smoke, gets the headshot to Moses, and Storm was stuck inside the side, gets topped there by Skadoodle, and the third round comes in for iBUYPOWER, but that was close. A nice try there by Storm. And you look at that, they had 15 HP in total at the end.
That round was so close. Even though it was a 2v1 at the end, one had 3, one had I think 6 or 9. So, yeah. It's unfortunate too. He called the boost in mid. Skadoodle was on top of Day's head, and he kind of shot too soon. And I think he just barely didn't clip Fraud's head there. But they still win the round, so nice. Now you guys want to save for the 4th round.
Yeah, but the money situation, the money economy is still very good here for United 5. They're just going to try to go for this full save and just try to push through. Warden gets a kill onto Anger at the same time through the trade, but then AZK comes back to get that 3rd kill. But after that, they will be able to go for full guns on the round after with M4s. I don't think you're going to see Fraud opping though on the next round either. So it's just going to stay calm for now. Storm is actually going to try to peek it towards this middle area, but he's going to spot right now AZK on the other side, gets headshotted. Moses LMS right now at Catwalk, and he's up on this 1v1. Sorry, he was actually pushed up towards the A-holes, but he gets off by Skadoodle, who's still winning at spawn. So Skadoodle is playing very passively with the AWP for the team.
They knew it was going to be Nico around this. That's why I think they've played especially passive that round. But yeah, like you said, you don't know if Fraud's going to be opping, and he is. So one thing I talked to XP3 about, because he played outside on Nuke for them, and he said he doesn't like to op outside. So I was kind of curious why maybe they didn't play Fraud outside, but regardless, now they are going to have an op on Cash, probably in middle, I guess.
Yeah, I thought that he wasn't going to opt because he wasn't going to be able to afford it, but looks like he's going to go with an AWP with no armor at all, so he's going to play it passively. If he spots a few guys at middle, he's probably going to be forced to fall back, but if you're looking at him here, he's actually opping. He's waiting for the boost on the top here at the middle area, and they've actually focused 2 guys. So 3 guys are playing middle, 1 at A, 1 at B. So this is very good for United 5 because Fraud can just focus on this boost. His teammates are going to watch his cover at middle. He sees that shot coming through, so he's just going to wait and see if Skadoodle is going to make that mistake and jump on that box. But as you can see, Skadoodle is still playing very passively towards the back. Finally, he drops down, and he's going to go for that boost, but he's going to actually boost his teammates. So Fraud might get an opening shot. Oh no, that timing police comes in, and here comes that push inside. He still gets the headshot into Anger, tries to go for a second one, retaliated, a trade 2 for 2, making it a 3-on-3 situation, battle at the middle, and now we've pushed up AZK at the locker, at the gate, trying to make his way forward, as he's going to flash for Catwalk and maybe move towards his vent to work towards B. Meanwhile, Storm is still holding it right now. Just at the entrance, he spots them. Oh, he catches one with a nade in his hand, tries to go for a double kill, but he gets pinned in by Skadoodle and Adren. So now back to a 2 versus 2. Once again, make that a 2 versus 1 as Skadoodle ops Warden inside the CT spawn. Moses, he whiffed before. Let's see if he can clutch it now. 2 versus 1 situation as the bomb is planted in the back of the site. He's up against Skadoodle and Adren. And I think they're just going to wait for Skadoodle to get the first op shot. And Adren is watching the CT spawn. They're actually both looking towards the left side. So Moses can actually walk in, and finally he gets spotted back here by Adren. Looks back towards the left as he was able to spray Adren down to 12. But Skadoodle is not missing his op shots except for that one at the middle site before. And that's going to be now a 5-0 score.
Yeah, it was unfortunate they got U5 got the 2 opening picks that round in middle. Then they got traded off immediately after, and they knew where Warden was in the vents. And then Warden instantly rotated back towards CT spawn and left Storm alone. And the terrorists basically went through the vent behind him, and Storm was alone in the site, and they just couldn't retake it.
And they're going to go for another forced buy right now for United 5. They actually have 4 FAMASs, 1 M4. Storm, of course, playing the B side by himself, focusing 3 guys at middle again. We're going to see this full trade one more time. Anger is spawning XP3 on the left side of the smoke. Spots another one here, trying to go for that spray. Will go with success. Spots a third one, trying to go for this bad trick, but Daze is going to move in to pick that off. A second one spotted at the catwalk. It's going to be Moses, and another trade comes in. Storm, last man standing. Of course, they know that he's playing B. So iBUYPOWER, it all comes down to them to see if they're going to go for the hunt and prevent Storm from saving, or play it safely and try to go for the bomb plan first.
Yep, he might just save this, knowing it's a 3-on-1. One thing I wanted to note, iBUYPOWER likes to go mid, as you can see. They like taking control of mid. And I mentioned in a previous cast, I think it was Exertus on CT side or T side, they didn't usually go mid, they just split A or B right at the very start. And just kind of gave up the mid altogether. But taking taking mid on T side is really important on this map. Just getting control of the map because you can go anywhere from there.
Exactly. Now,
Sorry.
Storm is still trying to save his gun here. Yeah, I think you're about to say that we lost one of the players from United 5 here in this server as well, which seems to be which seems to be Warden. Sorry. But that bomb's going to go off, and it's going to be a 6-0 score in favor of iBUYPOWER. It looks like Storm will be able to save his gun and maybe spend an extra 350 for head armor, but probably not because, like you said, AK-47s is probably nothing but headshots anyways. But he's still going to buy a small armor.
Yep. Yeah, so they didn't have to pause because he got back in right before the round started, so it's good for us.
So it looks like they're going to focus 4 guys towards the middle this time. And one thing that's good here for United 5 is they're actually focusing 3 guys, right, to work towards this middle area. The only thing is that iBUYPOWER just seems to be better with the aim on the long range and capitalizing on the take of the middle area. And I guess they're not really set up to go for trades, though, for United 5 on their side. Meanwhile, Storm is, again, going to be the last man standing on a 3 versus 1. Bomb planted inside A. He's up against Skadoodle, Anger, and AZK. Goes for the spray through the smoke, gets one onto Anger, and he's actually going to try to clutch it. But Skadoodle is waiting there at the forklift, picks him off with the AWP. 7-0 is our score now. And I think if they're going to focus 3 guys towards that middle, maybe they should play Moses a little bit closer, maybe towards the barrels, but a ladder to overlook towards the main and blue door, just so that he could help even more towards this middle area that iBUYPOWER seems to be taking every single round.
Well, I think they have Warden Vents eventually, and they have XP3 by Sandbag, and then Fra was upping by Z Connector for the boost. That's how their standard setup was on their 1x round, so let's see if they change it up. Looks like they do send Warden Vents again, and Sandbag, and now right side main connector, so...
Yeah, and meanwhile, Moses is going to have a close battle here going up against Skadoodle. Skadoodle opens this blue door towards the A side, gets the shot, headshot onto XP3 on the catwalk. Easy, quick rotation coming in by Warden and by Fraud at the same time. So 3 guys set up across far inside A, and looks like iBUYPOWER decides not to take over this mid and try to split towards A. What a burst by AZK in the face of Warden there, was trying to make it on top of the catwalk at A. Moses still trying to play the angle, spots the first one here, headshot onto Daze, looks back inside the site, almost gets the kill into AZK, puts it down to 6 HP, Storm on notification, picks down a Dren. Fraud is still holding inside the site here though, picks up an AWP from the beginning of the round, but then he gets off back by Skadoodle, so Storm at least knows that Skadoodle is at quad, and look at that, he was able to just walk through the smoke fast enough. Oh no! He went for a bad peek there as he actually was sitting duck out in the open and decided to stop his movement, and it was an easy target for Skadoodle to make the score now 8-0.
Yeah, I don't even think Q5 is playing that bad. I think it's just iBUYPOWER is hitting all their shots right away. They're just getting the picks, like the opening picks on the CTs, and just causing them to rotate into bad spots, and they have Skadoodle set up for the rotates. So it's just a nice play by iBUYPOWER so far.
More bonus money coming in for United 5, so they're going to go for another full gun round with a mixed buy going on. 2 of them with no head armor, and we've already made it towards this the top of the boost. Indeed, all these burst shots are on point here for iBUYPOWER. XP3 already falling at the sandbags. Early 5-on-4 situation for this terrorist team of iBUYPOWER. Flashing towards the catwalk, 3 guys pushing inside towards the vents, and Storm is going to have to try to hold this so far here as we're getting ready to split inside B. We already have rotation coming on though with Warden to try to help him out. And look at that, Adren I think is going to get ready to flash, from the area here from Toxic. And Skadoodle gets the opening shot onto Fraud. Warden's trying to stay alive here, finally gets the headshot on the field. Dren gets digged himself down to 3 HP. Daze running inside the site, gets the kill onto Storm, so the B player is now down. Bomb has been planted here as we have A3 on, not planted yet, sorry, it's on the back of Anger. Getting ready to go for this bomb plant, there you go. And now this crossfire is set up for this terrorist team. Anger is towards the back of the site, Daze gets the kill, and there you go.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I know U5 is a good team, and with iBUYPOWER rolling like this, makes me kind of excited for DreamHack coming up for Complexity and iBUYPOWER showing up for North America. As a North American fan for CS, all the viewers here are probably excited to see this team, see what they can do at DreamHack.
Oh, most definitely. They haven't had a chance to actually show their skills on the international scene since the pickup of Daze. They couldn't make it to ESWC. They're They didn't make it to the MSI Beta Finals, so it really comes down to DreamHack to try to see how this roster is going to do on the international scene. At the same time, these guys have been undefeated, though, throughout the last season, at least online, before losing on LAN versus the very big NIP powerhouse. Speaking of powerhouse, we've got Freiburg hanging out in a stream as well on ESEA. Hello, Freiburg. As it all comes down to how they're going to execute this. And you know what? On the same side, NIP has been down towards a slump as well. So there's a lot of things that needs to be proven here from iBUYPOWER, from NIP. I think it's going to be a great DreamHack event.
But still a 3v3 right now, so maybe they can pick up a round here at the end.
Yeah, they did go for a mixed buy here. Moses only has full armor with the P250, but at this point we got a 2 versus 2, 2-on-2 situation. They could still win this because the bomb has not been planted yet. Skadoodle just picked it up, and look at that. Daze is going to push through CT spawn and win the battle against Storm. Looks back and gets the easy headshot to Moses. Of course, like I said, Moses only had a pistol, and it would have been good though if they actually took Daze down. They would have forced Skadoodle, the Opper, to go in a plant situation, and maybe would have won that round. But Daze still a top frag right here, now. Coming back from Call of Duty, yep.
And he's good on LAN too, like I've seen him perform multiple times on LAN. I've seen Skadoodle shaky on LAN, so that's going to be a main factor for iBUYPOWER is if all the players can perform as well on LAN as they do online. And sometimes in the past that's affected them.
So looks like it's going to be another gun round coming in for United 5. So it was a mixed buy before, a full gun round this time with only a FAMAS in the hands of XP3. And they're playing a lot more passively though this time towards middle, Sunman.
Yep, looks like they do have a bunch of Colts and one FAMAS now, so maybe they can get the last few rounds here, make it a decent game.
So far, Moses has spotted a few guys trying to work their way up towards middle here, as we got actually 4 guys all at middle area trying to hold things off. One guy watching the flank, it's going to be Skadoodle, of course, and then you got Adren trying to look back towards B, and at this point, looks like it's going to be a split towards B, but Storm is winning inside the fence. A trade comes in, though, courtesy of Anger with the headshot there, as they're trying to move inside this B bomb site. He walks in and gets another burst into Warden now, and now the B is open for business. Rotation coming in. It's now the retake game for this counter-terrorist team of United 5. Bomb planted deep inside the site. We got one guy watching the vent, Adren watching the CT spawn here from the outside B, and we got a trade coming in. Fraud comes in, gets 2, comes for a third one, but to no avail. Adren picks him off, but then a trade comes back as XP3 avenges his teammate, and Anger is going to be the last man standing, stuck at generator, sees the first guy inside kitchen, double peek coming in, gets the first one up to Moses, gets the second one onto XP3. It was a perfect peek, but they couldn't line it up to get the kill onto Anger. And Anger clutches that 2 versus 1 and picks up that AWP for Skadoodle. And these guys are rolling into cash.
They did everything right that round U5, and they still wound up losing just because of the how well iBUYPOWER is hitting their shots. Like they realized they're getting outshot mid, so they just gave it up that round. It started out good with Storm getting the opening pick, but he got traded off quickly, and then I don't know. Fraud made a nice play by seeing the Opper and getting the first headshot on the AK, and then switching to the Opper and killing him quickly, but in the end, Anger just headshots 2 guys.
Could have been the first thing that turns things around, but everybody's pushing aggressively for United 5. We got a trade. 1 kill at Locker, 1 kill at B. 1 for each teammate. That XP3 now spotting 1 inside main A. Daze retaliates onto Moses. Now a 3-on-3 situation. Still having some action towards this A bomb site as we got a flank coming in from middle as well. XP3, if he backs up a little bit, he's going to spot him. And Anger is going to get the double kill coming in towards that side. Storm last man standing, of course, stuck inside B. Daze planting at the default spot. Open here for blue door and also for main. And Storm at this point hoping to get some exit kills. I don't think he's going to try to go for this. He gets the opening kill onto Anger, but you know what? Actually, the Opera is now down as well, so he might go for this. And at the same time, you got to try to get some rounds in, because 11-0 is not looking good for United 5 so far. So Storm is actually going to try to clutch this. He still has a smoke in his arsenal when it comes to nades, but he's making a lot of noise. Yeah, he's giving away his position, trying to bait these guys out since he doesn't have a kit. And Adren sees him there, gets that easy spray. Got hit down to 18, but the round still comes in for Team iBUYPOWER. Score is now 12-0.
If this game is a little bit closer, I would expect Storm to save in that situation, but he knows about their the money they get from every round when they lose, so and they know he knows they need every round they can from here on out, so he had to take that risk to do that. If he had a kit, it would have been a lot better, but they're going to be forcing FAMASes like every round since
every single round. Yeah, they're just trying to get maybe 1 or 2 rounds, hopefully, maybe even 3 in a perfect world. But so far, there you go, Warden gets the opening kill. But here comes another trade. Trip kill coming in easily by AZK and Daze. But now we got a 3-on-2 situation. 1 man in favor of iBUYPOWER. Bomb is going to be dropped right now at middle, and they're still going to wait here to go for some picks before picking up this bomb. Storm looks at the wrong angle as he peeks out towards middle. Should have kept looking towards that middle entrance, but now it's going to be Moses. That nade's going to hit him down to 36, and I don't think he's going to be able to get anything done on his 3 versus 1, so he's running for his life. Actually, I think he's going to try to rotate around and try to pick somebody off guard here as they're trying to make their way towards B. He looks back towards this gate, but Adren picks him off with the AK-47.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, just looks futile for them right now. Even to pick up 1 round in this half, just the way they're getting outshot, out-aimed. I think that's about it. They're not getting outplayed as much as just every time one of the terrorists peek and they see a head, it gets shot off right away.
Yeah, you can see on the overhead of these guys' models, they're all doing so good in the money situation so well. You have Daze at 11k, Skadoodle at 11k as well. Meanwhile, they're pretty much the only guys that are racking up the kills so far. On the scoreboard, you got Anger in the lead with 13 and 7, but 42 points. When it comes to frag, though, it's Daze at the point. AZK getting the opening kill onto Fraud, trying to go for a second one with success onto Warden at Catwalk. And now it might be another split towards B as they spot Moses right now towards this cross. AZK getting the kill onto Storm, actually. I thought it was Moses that rotated back. They actually left the B site open, surprisingly, for that round, Sunman.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to lose this round as well, but they're going to go for it at this point.
So a 5-on-2 situation makes that a 5-on-1. XP3 getting 1 kill before getting dispatched by Daze at the B site. Last round to go in the first half. This is going to be a faster match than I thought.
Yeah, could be. I mean, there's always comebacks, but one thing U5, I think, might have gotten a couple rounds. Remember that one round when I said they gave it up and they almost won that with Anger headshotting 2 at the end?
Yeah.
Like, that round was the closest I think they came to winning a round, and that was when they didn't play mid and just gave it up. I think if they did that a few more times in this half, they might have picked up a few rounds instead of getting skunked out right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. When it comes to the trade game, it's very close for both of these teams. But as soon as it comes to a 2 versus 2 situation, it's basically in iBUYPOWER's pockets. So far looks like we got a battle going on here towards Locker. It's going to be AZK getting the kill onto XP3 at Blue Door. Oh, that Molotov almost killed Warden. He's down to 7 HP inside B right now. So looks like they went for a 2-man stack inside B this time. And look at Skadoodle with an off shot. Finally, he whiffed the first one the last time he stood there, but this time it did not miss the top of Fraud's forehead. Make that a 5-head. But now it's a 5-on-3 situation. They're trying to move towards this A bomb site right now. But they have that crossfire set up. Moses getting the opening kill as they're trying to push inside. Actually, it's a fake going on as the rest of the guys are actually at B. So Storm's going to have to try to hold this again. A nade at his face, but he still manages to get a headshot onto Anger. A second nade puts him down as Adren dispatches him there. And now Moses is going to be the last man standing on a 3 versus 1 situation. I think at this point he's just going to try to go and run through the smoke maybe and get a kill. But he's up against Skadoodle, Daze, and Adren. Oh man, this is going to be a tough battle right now for Moses. Let's see if he can get it done. He's actually at the entrance by the CT spawn and making his way towards B. And they're actually getting great cover right now for the terrorist team. They're actually not peeking at all. And finally they spot the first one on the left side, but Daze manages to get that kill without even being tagged by Moses. And look at that, 15-0 to end the half here in favor of iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So like we said there, iBUYPOWER is looking really strong. I just hope, said it before, if they can play this on LAN, even versus top European teams, they have potential to go very far at DreamHack.
Yeah, and you know what? It comes down to the strats being called by Daze as well. Even though it's 15-0, like I said, it came down to close trades, where a lot of situations saw some 2 versus 2s, except when they actually overtook the mid site and they were able to actually get 3 kills without with only losing 1 or 2 members for iBUYPOWER. It leaves it on a 3 versus 1, and oftentimes with Storm being stuck in at B by himself, or with Moses by himself at A having to rotate through. So the 3 guys that are holding B are holding middle for United 5 just couldn't get their shots, especially XP3, who was playing semi-aggressively at sandbags or pushing up at middle, couldn't get his shots off against the opponents.
Yeah, when your strat caller Daze is top fragging and headshotting everybody, that's a good sign for your team.
Oh yeah. So this round looks like they're gonna try to go for a fake, but before even go for a fake, Anger decides to push out, so he spawned a bomb carrier at the same time. A trade comes in, we got a 4-on-4 situation, and now they're pushing 3 guys actually from the B side inside the hallway, and Anger gets that kill onto XP3, so they spot the bomb right now. It's gonna have to be the retake game going on for Warden and Storm, who are trying to flank across. Warden is actually split up with his teammate. He's actually inside CT spawn, but look at that, 4 guys posted up right now by the toxic area to overlook this bomb. They have all angles covered, and it should be the easy round coming in, unless the overpowered Glock manages to get a few frags here for Warden and for Storm. They're going to go for a time peek inside here, and one trade comes in with a nade as well, but that doesn't hurt Anger at all, who gets a 4th kill for that round onto Storm, and just to end the game, 16-0.
There's not many teams that will be up 15-0 first half, and on pistol round, having bombed down with 4 guys alive versus 2, play that dedicated and patient. So, looks like they're really taking this serious, and U5 just got, I think, out-aimed that match.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, it wasn't only the strats, but when it comes to individual skill, 1 versus 1, oh, iBUYPOWER looking very strong, and it makes me really excited to see how they're going to perform at DreamHack.
Yes, indeed.
Nonetheless, though, we still have plenty of more matches coming in for Counter-Strike tonight here on the ESEA stream. You know what? Even if, let's say, United 5 lost 16-0, that match lasted like 20 minutes, we might even have a chance to cast like 16 matches tonight if everything goes the way we've seen it tonight.
Well, it lasted 20 minutes, but they joined 20 minutes late, so...
Yeah, that's true.
We actually are going to try to find a match for 10 minutes from now to cast, so just sit tight, guys. We'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, that's right. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned in to ESEA TV. That was iBUYPOWER winning 16-0 versus United 5. Coming up next, ESEA Intermediate. And then we'll go back into Invite after that to cast Homeless versus Mousepaz. And also Reliable Gaming and Power Players Club. So for Simon and Ben Silly, we'll be back very soon.